Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Saving Sunderland. Today I'm going to be bringing you the two legs of the Champions League first knockout round, but I'm also going to be chucking in the League Cup final to the mix because the League Cup final falls in between the two Champions League legs. So when we last met, it was the second leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final, which we won against Liverpool. We followed that up with a smashing victory against Burton 8-0, goals through Enzo Cabrera, Michael Althaeans, Milagres, a hat-trick for Lincoln and two for Luis Enrique Aranz got us the victory. We then had a home tie in the Premier League against Middlesbrough, 2 goals from Moise Kean and 1 goal for Harley Johnson sealing the victory. Joe Lasoro just giving us a reminder that he's still there after we sold him to Middlesbrough in the summer. Then we had a top of the table clash against Manchester United, which we unfortunately lost. Goals from David Alaba and Timo Werner securing the victory for Manchester United after Maximiliano Sugo had given us the lead 4 minutes in. Means we ceded the Premier League title race to Manchester United. They are now top of the league, whilst we, I believe, are in second. And in the last fixture before this Champions League match, we played Watford away from home in the Premier League. Maximiliano Sugo getting himself a hat-trick and a Sebastian Coates' own goal gave us the victory. And as you can see for the league table here, Manchester United are now top 2 points clear from us in second place. And we now found ourselves 9 points clear of 5th place Watford, which is what I'm always keeping an eye on. As long as we're getting Champions League football, then we'll be fine. So in today's episode, of course, it's going to be Red Bull Leipzig in 2 legs. And of course, we're going to be playing Manchester United in the League Cup final. So this will be the starting lineup for the first leg. Haller in goal, Pfeiffer, Rios and Diaz at centre-back. Lurola at right back with Milagres at left wing back, Ndombele and Phil Foden in the centre, Moise Kean and Trincao on the wings with Sugo up top. So we kick off against Red Bull Leipzig. We are at home in the first leg, so hopefully we can take a good win and a good performance back to Germany in the second leg. Now of course we are all familiar with the stories of Red Bull Leipzig. They have beat us in the Europa League final. Was it last year? No, the year before. Highlight, Pinamonti gets into the box, a good cross from Lenglet, and it gives Red Bull Leipzig not only an away goal but the lead. As we can see here, Marcel Sabitzer, he always causes problems whenever we play Red Bull Leipzig. Lenglet gets the ball in, Pinamonti rises high and finishes. Disappointing. Maximiliano Sugo has picked up a knock, so I'm going to get him off straight away for Lincoln. One of the benefits of having 2 really good strikers. I don't mind getting Lincoln on whenever Maximiliano's struggling. Moise Kean's got himself injured now, so we're going to get Luis Enrique Aranz on his place. Highlight now, we've got the ball high up the pitch, but we'll give it away sloppily. Pinamonti now can run at our defence. He doesn't have too many options, and Rios manages to dispossess him. Lincoln on the ball now, plays in Francisco Trincao. Oh my god, what a miss. The ball somehow found its way, and Trincao, I cannot believe he's just missed that. Highlight now, Milagres on this left-hand side to Phil Foden, to Lincoln. But Jonathan Tah can cut out the cross and Red Bull can clear. Pinamonti down to Lee Kang-in. I'm guessing now I realise why they sold Gabriel Jesus in the summer transfer window, because Pinamonti, I know, has turned into a fantastic player on this save. Can we break now? Luis Enrique Aranz on the ball. He's got Lincoln up top. He finds it and Ndombele comes in to support. The ball's eventually played to Milagres on this left hand side. Plays in Luis Enrique Aranz. Lincoln to Trincao. Oh, penalty! Penalty, oh my god, penalty. Lincoln steps up for this penalty. Come on. I was about to absolutely slate our players for not scoring there, but we got the penalty and we got the goal. It's back to 1-1. We really need to beat these at home, really. As you can see here, Lincoln just slots it away, cool as you like. Left hand side, champion. Highlight now, Ruben Diaz cuts out a loose ball from Red Bull Leipzig and Luis Enrique Aranz can play it down the line for Lincoln. It's a tough angle, but he cuts inside and then Vogo saves. Paul Larola's now pulled up with an injury. We are really struggling here in terms of numbers. We do not have our German right wing back on the bench. I think he's injured, I believe. So we're going to have to keep Larola on the pitch for now. But to be honest with you, this has been the talk of the second half of the season, really. Just constantly, every match, I'm taking players off for injuries, little knocks, little niggles. The amount of games we're playing is certainly catching up with us. Highlight, 63 minutes in, we've got the ball on the right hand side with Francisco Trincao. He gets the ball in, but it's cleared. Phil Foden on the edge of the box now. Can he take the strike? He can, but it's a poor shot. Corner comes in, Lincoln gets the ball on the edge of the box to Ndombele, to Pfeiffer. You've got a man here, Larola's on his right hand side, he crosses it in, Jonathan Tah cut it out, and this might spell a Red Bull Leipzig counter. Oh, but Ruben Neves gives it away sloppily to Ndombele. Lucas Oranz is on it now to Ndombele, to Trincao, back to Phil Foden on the edge. Good challenge from them. Luis Enrique Oranz, can he get the ball in the box? He can. It's not falling for one of our players to take a good strike here. Lerola on this right hand side, can he get a good ball in? He can. Lincoln flicks it on, but another highlight now. Luis Enrique Oranz gets challenged by Willian, but we can pick up the ball with Phil Foden now. Oranz back to Foden to Ndombele in the centre. Lincoln, can we find an opening? Trincau's there. He can put it away. That's 2-1, and that's still probably not good enough. I want another goal. As we can see, a good play from us really. Phil Foden to Ndombele, who finds Lincoln, who finds Ndombele. He plays a lovely through ball for Trincao. He's not offside, and we'll manage to get the goal. We've got some players who are really struggling now. I'm going to have to get off Lerola, I think, for Jose Luis. We'll go into the tactics and put him back to right back, which is where he's half comfortable. It's not his main position by any means. So we'll move Jose Luis back to the right back slot. We'll see out this game. At least we've got the win. At least we've got something to hold. Oh my god, I thought I'd spoke too soon. Can we break? Trincao, you've got all the time in the world, son. Take your time. Oh my god, he had so much time. All of their players were pushed up. Why did he take it so early? I have no idea. 30 seconds remain, and this is probably going to be the final highlight, which probably means it means nothing. Yep, it meant nothing. So we've got the win. We've got something to defend going into the second leg. We've got a few games in between, including the League Cup final, which I'll actually live com. But the other ones, I'll just show you the results as they come through. So we've just had our FA Cup 5th round game against Middlesbrough. We got stuffed 2-0. They had dominated this match. We didn't really create too many opportunities. So for this year, we're out the FA Cup again. So we've just played QPR in the Premier League. We drew this game 1-1. Really disappointing result. We were 1-0 up for a large part of the game. But in the 70th minute, they got their goal, which drew it level. And we couldn't make our dominance count, really. So we're fall even further behind in the title race. And it's my gut feeling now that we're pretty much out of it. So we're here. We're going to be playing Manchester United in the League Cup final. And we're going to make some changes to the starting lineup. We're going to have this sort of lineup. We're really struggling for fitness right now, but this is how we're going to go. We'll start with Haller in goal, Pfeiffer, Rios and Diaz at centre back, Narola and Milagres as our wing backs, Ndombele and Phil Foden in the centre with Cabrera on the right, Trincao on the left and Lincoln up top. So we'll kick off against Manchester United, shoot from left to right. Would I be gutted if we didn't win this? I would be sad, but it is only the League Cup. At this point in the save, we have won the League Cup, and the League Cup isn't considered a major component by our board either. So whilst it'd be nice to get a trophy in the trophy cabinet, if we get beat, we'll get beat. Dybala's through now for Manchester United. Plays it to Dembele. Should have done a lot better with that opportunity. Another highlight now with Dybala. He manages to get clear to Cabrera, but he loses out to Rajan Golan. Jimenez now is dilly-dallying on this ball, so he plays it all the way back to David De Gea. Manchester United now come forward with a good ball from George to Dembele, who finds Dybala at the back post. They make it 1-0, Manchester United. Carved up now a defence really easy here. Frank Kessie finds George, who just plays it down the byline. Dembele has got the pace to beat our centre halves. Dybala's completely unmarked at the back. 1-0 Man U. Highlight now, Phil Foden's in the centre. He plays Milagres down this left wing. Can he get a good ball in? He can. Lincoln cannot put it away. Another highlight with Manchester United quite high up the pitch. Eric Bailly's got it now. We're back to Rajan Golan to Robinson. Oh my god, what has just happened? Robinson nearly scores one of the strangest goals I've ever seen, but we'll pick it up again with Dybala with a free kick. He gets it in the middle. Eric Bailly knocks it in. That's 2-0 Manchester United. We are sinking without a trace. As you can see here, Dybala with the free kick. It's just completely lack of marking, lack of defending. The ball should not be making its way down to the floor. Basically, we should be winning that before it gets to that point. And that's going to be that half time. Quite an even game really, but they have had the better of the opportunities, and when it's come their way, they've put them in the back of the net. So we'll kick off the second half, hoping for a good performance from the lads. Maybe they can get back into it, maybe they can't. We'll soon find out. Highlight Trincao to Lincoln. Oh my god, Lincoln. The quicker Sugo comes back, the better. Phil Foden with a free kick to Pfeiffer. Honestly, we're having some really good opportunities. We're just completely wasteful. 70 minutes in, we're going to make some changes. We're going to get Phil Foden off for Harley Johnson in the central of midfield. We're going to get Lincoln off for Luis Enrique Arans. Highlight now, Larola gives the ball straight to Manchester United. What a guy. Ndombele to Johnson now in the centre. Plays down the left-hand flank. Can Trincao catch it? He can. He gets the ball in, but it's cleared. Ndombele to Cabrera in the box. 2-1. We're back in it, maybe? Harley Johnson now plays it down the left-hand flank. Trincao's got the pace to keep it in. It's a decent ball in, but Eric Bailly clears, but falls to Ndombele, who finds Cabrera, makes it 2-1. Another highlight, Larola to Johnson in the centre. It's given away. Lukaku's now got a can Manchester United break here. They don't seem to be piling forward in numbers, so we know that they are very, very defensive. But they've played it around nicely. They've kept the ball to George on this right-hand side. Ruben Diaz can clear. We'll continue with this highlight. Harley Johnson's now got it quite high up the pitch. Can you find Milagres? He can. Get a good ball in to Luis Enrique Arans. Oh my God, David De Gea. He is absolutely ridiculous. Enzo Cabrera finds Arans in the box. It falls to Trincao. He finds Milagres. Another good save by De Gea. Final 7 minutes, we'll go to overload, see if it makes a blind bit of difference. 1 minute to go in this match. This will probably be just one of the usual highlights at the end of matches that Football Manager likes to give you. Can't imagine it leading to much. And that's going to be that. Defeated by Manchester United in the League Cup final. They win 2-1. Unfortunate for us, but we just weren't good enough on the day. So we've still got 2 matches in the league before we get to our Champions League first knockout round second leg, so I'll show you the results. So we'll just play Brighton in the Premier League after that League Cup final defeat. Lincoln with 2, own goal, Enzo Cabrera and Milagres completed the victory. 5-0, a really great way to bounce back after such a crushing defeat. And we've just played Tottenham Hotspur in the Premier League. We managed to get ourselves a 3-0 victory with goals through Maximiliano Sugo and 2 from Phil Foden. And after that result, it does see us lying at the top of the Premier League. Manchester United slipped up against Liverpool away from home, which has meant we can gain the ascendancy. 9 games to go. We're level on points with them. How many? We're 10 points clear of 5th place, which is still my target. So we're here. This is the team that's going to start the second leg against Red Bull Leipzig. Haller in goal. Pfeiffer, Rios and Diaz at centre-back. Alphans and Milagres as our wing-backs. Harley Johnson and Phil Foden in the centre with Luis Enrique Arans on the left, Alexandrov on the right, and Maximiliano Sugo up top. So we'll kick off against Red Bull Leipzig. We are shooting from right to left. Let's hope from a good performance from the lads. It is a quite weak inside in terms of I don't like starting Harley Johnson and Phil Foden together. They don't seem to work too well for me. But Pinamonti's through already. Haller with a good save. Yeah, we're going to need a big performance from our defence today if we are to make it through in the Champions League. Phil Foden's picked up a knock early on. We have no substitutes whatsoever to speak of, so he's going to have to stay on the pitch for now. Oh, we'll have a corner, and we'll nearly score from it through Ruben Diaz. We're back again with a highlight. Sugo plays it over the top for Alexandrov, but it's well defended by them. But Alexandrov cuts back inside. Can he get the ball in? He can! And Maximiliano Sugo gives us the lead on the night, gives us an away goal, and it puts us 3-1 up on aggregate. As you can see here, Alexandrov gets dispossessed, but excellent work rate by the lad. He gets back in, manages to cut out the pass, a good ball in from post, and Sugo's there to head home. Come on! Highlight now, Phil Foden with the corner in. Pfeiffer, oh my God, what an excellent save by Mvogo. Very nearly 2-0. Another highlight, it seems to be all us at the minute, Phil Foden, but he gives the ball away sloppily. Gets played back in by Althans, the keeper, Dilly's on it. Oh my God, what is it with keepers? Absolutely shocking by their keeper. We managed to get another goal. It's 2-0 Sunderland on the night, 4-1 on aggregate. As we can see here, they gave the ball away to Alphans. He just kicks it over the defence. The keeper absolutely bottles it, and Sugo can just profit. Champion. Another highlight, we're not even at half time yet. Sugo gets dispossessed by Sabitzer. The highlight continues with Pinamonti to Lee Kang-in. It's cut out by us, but it's an absolutely dreadful piece of defending from us. Almost as bad as their keeper. As we can see here, Pinamonti tries to play it through. Or was it Kang-in who plays to play it through? Who is it? It's Althans. He tries to play it back to either the defender or the keeper. Doesn't get into neither of them. And Pinamonti profits. It's such a shame because we've had so much of this game. Now that's give them a bit of a lifeline. Although they still need quite a few goals. Half time. I'm going to keep Phil Foden on till as late as humanly possible. Because we've got nobody to replace him. We'll come back with another highlight. We've got the ball quite high up the pitch. Alexandrov on this right hand side. He can beat his man. Can he get the ball in? He can. He gets false to Luis Enrique Aranz. He's got our third. That surely seals the tie now. As we can see here, Harley Johnson plays it out at Althans, who gives the ball to Alexandrov. He does all the work, beats his man, gets a yard of space, plays it in. It's headed down, and Luis Enrique Aranz getting the goal. Lovely. Another highlight, Phil Foden with a free kick in. It falls to Harley Johnson, who slots it in, bottom corner. 4-1 on the night. Why couldn't we do this in the Europa League final? As you can see here, Phil Foden with the free kick. It gets nodded down by one of their defenders. Harley Johnson takes his time, slots it in with his left foot. That's definitely us through, and I'm going to get Phil Foden off now. I'll make it the change. Who am I going to bring in? I will bring in Paul Larola in that central midfield position. 4 minutes remaining. I'm going to make some more changes. We'll get Kieran Tierney on for Milagres, and we'll get Lincoln on for Maximiliano Sugo. 88th minute. Red Bull Leipzig have the ball very, very deep. Oh, we managed to cut out a loose pass from them. Alexandrov to Lincoln. Can he finish it? He can. Lincoln's come on. He's got himself a goal. It's 7-2 on aggregate. We are waltzing our way into the quarterfinals. As you can see, a sloppy pass from them. Althans manages to cut it out. Lincoln with a 1-2 with Alexandrov. Gets him in the box, and he can bury them all day. 30 seconds to go. There's a corner for Red Bull Leipzig's cleared. Alexandrov's got all the time in the world. Just kill the clock. 15 seconds to go. Can he get a good ball in the box? He tries, but Mvogo claims. And that's it. Full time. Sunderland 5. Red Bull Leipzig 0. And that means we are on our way to the Champions League quarters. Right, so in terms of who we can draw, we can get Manchester United, which will be a nightmare. Barcelona will be a nightmare. Bayern Munich will be a nightmare. Is that Club Brugge? Club Brugge are through the quarters. Please give me Club Brugge. Juventus, which will be slightly a nightmare. Man City will be a nightmare. Real Madrid will be a nightmare. So unless we get Club Brugge, it's going to be a nightmare. The quarterfinals not until the 17th of March, so we're going to leave this here. Well, top of the Premier League and through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Not a bad episode. If you have enjoyed it, please consider leaving a like. If you enjoy my content, why not get yourself subscribed? Until next time, take it easy.